Okay, it says the panel should be starting now. Oh, okay. Well, we got 2 minutes. 2 minutes until the reveal. Time for the season reveal, chat. Are we excited? We should be. What? What do you mean starting soon?
Welcome everyone. My name is Ryan or Royal Penguin. I'm here in
Ubisoft
Ignore the
Montreal.
Whiteboard. And before the
Why does it say starting in 10 minutes? They told us in 2 minutes. All right, reveal's finally about to start, chat. All right, it's reveal time. First new season of Siegex.
Hello, and on behalf of the entire Siege team, welcome to Operation High Stakes. If you're new to the game and joined us last season, or a veteran, millions of you showed up to check out this amazing experience. And we're building on top of that now.
Millions.
Not only do we have a new operator, a new gadget, and a new weapon, but we have updates, changes, and much, much more to show you. Now, we're going to introduce the next operator joining Rainbow Six Siege. Please welcome him in the anime short.
Anime? I ain't no weeb.
The prototype. How long until the disruption code is no good?
Under a minute. If we do this, the Carries Legion can't produce more custom explosives.
Did you hear that, Denari? We need
Denari.
that code.
I heard. I'm on it.
What does Denari mean, chat?
Now or never. Good luck, mi amigo.
It means scorpion? Oh. Oh, a scorpion, because look at all those stings.
Surveillance indicates more hostiles inbound. We need you Oscar Mike to Denari's location ASAP.
Quite the show. But it's time to go now. Oh, my.
Still work to do, mio fratello.
KIA Solus? Yeah, because they destroyed her with nerfs.
What you just witnessed in that anime is in fact the second assignment that you'll be able to experience yourself in Dual Front when Season 3 launches. Players will be tasked to take control of a Carries safe room in the central of the neutral sector, using a breaching payload that
I write it down, but I don't think anyone cares about
thanks
Dual
to
Front.
the fact that we rescued her last season, that you need to activate in a hub computer in the center of the room and wreak havoc by downloading all their information and really figuring out how to stop them once and for all. But warning, when you do this, indestructible walls will close off the doorways you use to get into the room. So what does that mean? Anyone who's inside can no longer get out, and anyone who's outside can no longer get in. Now, this is Siege. There are more ways to get into a room than through the doorway. So think creatively on how to regain control of that safe room. And to all those bringing those out-of-box strategies that we're seeing in Dual Front with the combinations of our attackers and defenders, thanks for joining in, and we'll be continuing to evolve this mode over time. We'll be adjusting key game
Lucy
settings,
and Maverick
bringing
combo.
more operators to the mode, and of course balancing, as well as looking into making the mode more rewarding overall. So again, thank you for joining in.
Don't think anyone cares about Dual Front, but there's your Dual Front update.
So we love what's going on in the district map, but we should talk about something that we mentioned at the Reload event. 3 new maps are joining the modernized pool: Nighthaven, Lair, and Consulate. Now, when you jump on these maps, try not to get distracted by how gorgeous they are, because they have all that new lighting.
I feel
new
like
textures,
Nighthaven
new
Labs does not look
materials,
that different.
And, of course, the new gameplay destructible ingredients.
I could be wrong.
And as a reminder, 3 new maps will be modernized every season.
3 maps every season. Ooh, anti-cheat. Brace yourselves, chat.
We've seen a spike in cheating since the launch of Siegex, and we get the frustration. This is a transition period, and catching new cheat behaviors is a top priority. We're working on improving how we handle edge cases to address concerns around false bans. We are building Shieldguard to adapt fast, push updates live, and protect fair play. In Season 3, we are focusing on precision in how we detect and how we deploy. We've made major improvements to our live update system, cutting down friction for players and making security rollouts smoother. This means fewer disruptions and smarter targeting, especially preventing abandoned penalties and allowing for even more frequent updates. Behind the scenes, our AI detection is getting sharper.
AI.
We've added new data
I love
points
that.
to improve accuracy and reduce false positives. At the same time, we're introducing new gameplay violations, with even more refinements coming throughout the season. We're also hard at work on the next major iteration of Mousetrap, aimed at detecting recoil tampering. While it's still in development, this system will be a key step forward in protecting competitive integrity across PC and console. We keep reinforcing Shield Guard with every patch, update,
So,
and hotfix.
they're going to be
by focusing
updating
entirely on
Mousetrap
tactics
for
that have been
recoil.
affecting the community, wall hacks, and anti-recoil
I don't know if
detection.
I don't
These
understand if any of this
are
is
firmly
coming
on
this
our
season
radar.
or if it's just on the
We are
radar.
monitoring them closely as we explore long-term solutions. The mission stays the same. Protect the game, protect the players, and keep the pressure on cheat makers.
Okay. I feel like that was a lot
Let's
of what's
talk
said in the
about
blog
privacy
post, so
settings.
not
In
a whole
Season
lot.
3, we're making some changes. This is a great feature for players who want to protect their identity during a match, and especially useful for streamers. So, we'll be making a change that nicknames will be automatically assigned to players who opt into this. At the end of a match, all of those nicknames will disappear.
No more
so
custom
that you can still report
nicknames.
players who are being toxic and they can't hide behind a nickname during the match.
Don't know how I feel about
Finally,
that.
all of our privacy settings will be available for console players. So console players, you can look forward to this feature dropping at the start of the season.
But that's a big dub for
Communication
console.
is key in a game like Siege, which is why we're stepping up our voice chat protections in Season 3. We'll be tracking the reputation system negative reports for voice chat toxicity. Our goal is to make sure everybody feels confident and welcome in a game like Siege and to use voice comms whenever they
So
need
now they're
to
going to monitor
get
your
it
voice
played
chat
up.
in game.
On top of all of this, we're making sure that with every report you make,
talked about that in
we
the
can
toxicity
validate it
post.
and make sure it's as accurate as possible so that toxic players will be preemptively muted and players who want
Disruptive
to
voice
comms
in chat
have that
detected 21
opportunity.
seconds ago.
The last thing we want
So
to
it'll
touch
mute you
on
mid-game
is
if you say
feedback
something
for our
bad in voice
moderation.
chat.
For us, it's really important that we're listening to you and that we can balance these things. When it comes to voice chat and text moderation, we want to hear from you.
I have a
We
lot
want
to say
give the
about that. We'll talk about it
opportunity
after.
For players who have a positive standing in the reputation system to give reports, and you'll have a way of doing this inside of the game. Let us know how we're doing, and for us to fine-tune these systems in the future so that players feel that the perception and the reports that are being made match with what they expect in a game like Siege.
Oh, people are already saying freedom of speech. Shows how stupid people are. They don't understand what freedom of speech means. They say it, but they don't actually know what it means.
In Season 2, we introduced the Esports tab, with a focus on what is happening live and the schedule. We also
I don't know how many of
wanted
you guys
this
care
to be a
about
great
esports,
guide
but
for
this is
newcomers.
pretty important for
In
the
Season 3, we wanted to
esports
continue
scene.
this ambition of making our pro scene more accessible and more visible to everyone. We're introducing the championship page, where you can learn more about our pro competitions. First, you see an overview page. When you first enter the overview page, you see participating teams and upcoming matches. But you can also go into details and see the group stage and the brackets. We also wanted to showcase a journey a team faces towards the 6th Invitational. That's why we're adding a standing page. There, you can follow your favorite team and see if they're qualified
Yo,
for DSI.
BNK Furex,
In the upcoming
10,000
seasons, The
points.
Esports tab will continue to grow to create a better bridge
Insane.
between our pro scene and the in-game experience. So stay tuned. Now that we've explored our esports scene, let's bring the competition closer to home with Siege Cup. As a reminder,
I
this
want to love
season,
Siege Cup, but it's
will be
always at the
happening
most inconvenient
every weekend.
times.
And you can now inspect your squad stats so you can prepare like never before.
Also, do we have drops on chat? I haven't checked. People said earlier
Now,
that
before we dive deep
that
into
we did.
balancing, I'd like to take the opportunity to talk about the audio system update.
Okay, audio.
This new foundational system will continue to evolve going forward, and we appreciate all the feedback we've already received on it. So please don't stop providing that feedback. This is an evolving system that will improve over time. Ballistic
people say
shields
they
have
have
the
drops,
ability
and they
to
say
throw
they don't.
gadgets from behind cover. We're actually updating
Oh.
the animations behind that, and now the shield user will become a little exposed when taking this action. It's important to remember this when you're deploying those gadgets. Moving to our operators, Blackbird will receive 5 changes. 1, he can no longer break through a full health barricade wall and repel.
All right.
2,
Shields are
ADS is
exposed
now
when nading,
blocked and
Blackbeard getting
canceled when
nerfed.
rappelling in through a window. 3, the shield now folds completely while reloading. 4, the MK17 will have a reduction in ammo capacity, meaning 5 less rounds in each magazine. And 5, the hull adaptive shield will have 1 less breach charge.
5 nerfs for
Magnified
Blackbeard.
scopes. This is a hot topic in the community and an even hotter topic on the defense side of the field. What we're doing is a final adjustment to this magnified scope logic throughout the entire game. The removal of all magnified scopes from operators that are not wielding a DMR or a slug shotgun. So that means Doc,
No
Rook,
more
Frost,
magnified scopes on
Tachanka,
defense
Castle, and
unless
Echo
it's
are all
a
losing
slug
their magnified
shotgun
scopes.
or a DMR.
One exception is that Echo will actually receive a boost in his speed based on this change.
And Echo's getting
Now,
buffed.
moving on to weapons. I'll be the first to admit that the Reaper MK2 is a little squirrely on the recoil. So with the launch of Season 3, we'll actually be improving the recoil on this weapon pretty significantly. So this will be great for those who have been enjoying Aurora.
I can say it
But we're
now.
also
I
going to
tried
do
it, bro. The
something
recoil's not that
a
great
little
still.
different. We're going to
It's better, but
reissue
it's not that
the
great.
improved Reaper Mark II to 4 additional operators.
It's actually
Those
5.
operators are Ying, Oryx, Pulse, and the legend himself, Sledge.
It's also on Rook.
And while
Oh,
we're on
and
the
they added it
topic of
there.
Weapons,
Yeah,
our
it's Rook as well.
recruits are getting armed up a little bit differently coming into Season 3. Striker will be receiving the SR-25, and Sentry will be receiving the TCSG-12.
I think those are good changes. More weapons for recruits. Oh, now they're on to Denari, new operator.
You made a bad bet. Play the odds and risk it all. But you're playing my game now.
Is that what a Swiss accent sounds like?
To clean house.
I was in Switzerland, and I swear they did not sound like that. Ooh.
There's more to
New
Denari
Denari.
than what you saw in the CGI. It's time to connect the dots.
He's
He's a
Danish
defender
now? I thought-
designed to
no,
break
he's
down
Swiss.
entry points, stall out pushes, and
Is he?
force attackers to rethink their approach. As the first Swiss operator,
Swiss.
Denari will be
See?
joining Nighthaven this season. Let's talk about his gadget, the trip connectors. They're designed to flip the attacker's plan upside down. Here's how it
This is
works.
really cool.
On its own, a connector does nothing, but place 2 within line of sight, and you've got a
I
connection.
like the projection
The
system on
preview
it.
system makes the setup smooth. Hold the gadget and you'll see where it can connect and where it's currently blocked. Destroy the obstacle and the connection will lock in automatically. You start with 7 trip connectors that can all
7.
interconnect with each other. It's all up to you on how you want to use them. It's not about stealth. The lasers are bright, visible, and loud.
They're not that loud.
Denari's all about area denial and time wasting. So think less trap and more about map control. Place your connectors creatively, hide the source, and force attackers to burn utility or reroute completely. Once triggered, the laser delivers enough damage to make you think twice.
20
just like
damage.
Aruni's Surya Gate. Like other electricity-based gadgets, it destroys gadgets in contact and slows down attackers for a few seconds, disrupting their momentum.
I think the slow is
Even
like
guards
5 or
break
6
shield
seconds.
operators, so if you're fast, you can react to the unique sound cue and secure
Yeah, the
an
shields
easy
get
kill.
knocked back.
But be careful, attackers could use this alarm to bait you out. Weapon-wise, Denari's packing the Scorpion Evo 3. High fire
Big
rate,
fan.
perfect for close quarter engagements. Not your style? The FMG9 is fast, clean, and reliable for more accurate gunfights. But the real standout, new season, new weapon, and we're happy to introduce the Glaive 12. Our very first secondary slug shotgun.
Secondary
As a
slug
shotgun,
shot.
The Glaive 12 delivers high damage shots that rewards precision. It is a quad barrel sidearm, letting you fire 4 powerful slugs before needing to reload.
Are they gonna say how much damage it does?
Perfect for
Because
players
I know.
looking for something more destructive and lethal than a standard pistol. It's also great for opening sidelines for trip connectors, making it a perfect blend of lethality and utility. Speaking of utility,
Okay, they didn't say.
Denari
It's
brings the
63
deployable shield
damage.
and the observation blockers. Great for fortifying. or
63
masking your setups.
damage
And
per
with
shot.
3 speed, 1 health, he can roam while keeping his side protected and reacting to any alarm that gets triggered. Denari
So
tries
Scorpion
when his
with a
nodes are
63
protected.
damage slug
Pair 'em
shotgun
up
as a
with utility
secondary, gonna be
catchers
kind of
like
crazy.
Jaeger or Wamai to stop attackers from tossing explosive his way. Mute and Mozzie are solid picks too. They'll help block anti-gadget drones from reaching the nodes. Want to get creative? Use Azami's Kiba barriers to reinforce angles and control space around the nodes. And if you're looking to double down on denial, team up with uppers like Goyo, Smoke, Thorn, or Tachanka to funnel attackers into traps or force them into exposed
The
positions.
only thing I didn't like was
Of course, if you're
Brava
on the
doesn't
attacking side, there
hack it
are
and take it
counters
over, it
too.
just destroys it.
IQ can scan and ping Denari's
Which is
chip
sad.
connectors through walls, making them easy to locate. That's where Twitch, Zero, or Brava can come in to clear them out.
Yeah, so Brava
If Denari
doesn't
clusters too many
hack
in one
them,
spot,
just destroys
an EMP
them.
is your best tool to shut down the entire network.
Also, when a
Whether
gadget
you're locking down
hits
the
the
site during
laser
prep
to
or
disable
setting a
it,
few connectors
it's only
for a
down
late
for like
round
2
surprise,
seconds.
Denari opens the door.
So it's
to
not really
creative
worth it
plays.
to waste
His kit
utility to
rewards
burn
smart
it.
Setup, and it gives you a chance to put all the map knowledge that you've built over the years. We've already found some spicy setups, but let's be real, the Siege community always takes it to the next level. We honestly can't wait to see what
Brava
you guys
just
come
hacked
up
it.
with.
She hacks it, but then it just destroys. It doesn't actually get taken over. I thought as Brava you could make your own network. You can't.
I got to play the new operator Denari, and he is by far the most creative operator that you can use. Let me
It's true.
explain. The new operator has like literally unlimited different scenarios that you can do. You can set some up across the map, and you can use that secondary shotgun, the Glaive 12, with the trip connector, and you can connect these, and you can do it, you know, in the ground, with place one in the ceiling. I don't think we've ever seen anything like this in Siege, because well, I can place these on stairs now. It's not like I just have to place stuff on doors or on windows. You can literally place these in between 2 couches. There's just so many possibilities that you can do with the trip connector. There's gonna be so much stuff that people are gonna see with this. His loadout is honestly one of the best in the game, in my opinion. And then on top of that, you have the Glaive 12 slug shotgun, and it just always helps to have a secondary shotgun. Everyone loves operators with secondary shotguns. So I
The
really,
FMG9,
really like
I'm not a
using
fan
slug
of that.
shotgun, because not only are you gonna make the vert holes, the rotates, or even just add stuff to help with his trip connectors, but even just using it as a weapon, I feel like this operator is going to change the meta a ton, because if I have the connector across the hallway or across the room and somebody wants to walk into the door, they're going to have to use stuff like a Twitch drone way more often to even try and get to that connector. Same with Brava drones too. But when you
Twitch
have to
number
have
one
more Brava
ban.
drones and you have to have more Twitch drones, you're going to see people run Mute more. You're going to see people run Mozzie more. The Jaeger, the Wamai, because if you want to counter this, not only
See,
are you
like,
going to use the Twitch
got
drones, but you're
destroyed. It
also
said
gonna
black
need the
eye destroyed.
explosives. So you're going to see a lot of those operators more paired with this operator for strats. When I was playing with the devs, we were on Oregon and we were in the basement, and I was playing Denari, and I ended up setting
I will
all
say,
my
though,
chip connectors in the
doing
long
setup as
hallway
Denari
downstairs in the basement.
takes a long
so it
ass
literally
fucking
looked like a
time.
whole like laser field. I think there was like 6 or 7 of them I had set up. Anytime anybody was pushing by pillar side, they literally could not go down the hallway, so they had to go to the doorways because they didn't have anything to even destroy, because we had like the ADSs and stuff set up. There was no time left, and they just sprinted
Infinite
through, and I wound
reach,
up getting a
20
free kill,
meters.
'cause I was just sitting in freezer the entire time.
20-meter range on the lasers.
That's a wrap for Operation High Stakes. We're building on the momentum of SiegeX, and this is a season of reaction, where we're making updates and changes based on your feedback. We can't wait for you to get your hands on the new season, so check out the test server August 18th, that's tomorrow, and the full
Test server's
season
out early.
launches September 2nd, so be there. You can check out the designer notes and the patch notes that'll come out soon for more details. And we can't wait for you to jump into Operation High Stakes. Thank you so much.
There's a few things they didn't mention that I'll go over, but they did cover almost everything. Let's go over the main big things right away. So, Denari. Scorpion, primary, or the FMG9, Glaive 12 shotgun with 63 damage a shot. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to say, oh my god, 63 damage a shot. The fall off on it is pretty crazy. At 20-meter range, it goes down to 28 damage a shot. So you can still kill 1 and 2 armor operators at 20 meters plus, but that's going to be hard. Shotgun, while it seems really cool, it's not crazy overpowered. Scorpion, really cool though, like that. I think it's the first time we've seen it on a different operator. The Denari gadgets, like I said, they take a long time to set up. Like when me and, well now I can say because the video just went out, me and Nugget did a 1v1 with the new operator. it takes a long time to figure out what you want to do and map it all out, because you throw it down and you hold the next one. You're like, okay, this spot looks better. And then you throw it over there and like you're trying to map it out. It takes a long time. So it's going to be hard to do full site setup and Denari unless you already have plans on exactly where you want to put it all. But it's still good. It's still cool. The gadget does 20 damage per laser. Now, with every single laser, when you stack them together, 20 damage per laser. So I'm going to map it out for you guys so you can kind of understand. So this is the Denari gadgets, okay? 5 of them. This is how they connect. So every single laser here is 20. This one is 20, that one is 20, that one is 20. So if you hit these 3 right here, that is 60 damage. Okay? Oh, actually, wait. 80 damage. I missed one. 20, 40, 60, 80. You hit those 4, 80 damage instantly. And then when you hit the laser between 2 gadgets, the laser goes down for, I think it's like 2 or 3 seconds. It's not that long. So even if you throw like a drone or a grenade or something at the laser itself to get rid of it, it only goes down for a little bit and then it comes right back up. So it's going to be pretty hard to actually like deal with the lasers. You're going to have to deal with the actual like gadget itself. Once you deal with that, you're good. Because then you take out that, suddenly 4 lasers go down. They're only really good when you group them all up together. They have to be like right on top of each other to have crazy amount of connections. Now, one thing that me and Nugget tested, and you'll see it in the video if you watch the YouTube video that just came out like a minute ago, is if you put all of them on a doorway and someone vaults through the door, they immediately die. But you have to use all like 5 or you have to use 5 of the 7 to make someone instantly die on a doorway. You know, that's a lot. It's like putting 4 Capcan traps on one door and then you have 1 left over. It's like, damn, what am I going to do with the 1, right? Overall, my thoughts on Denari, very fun operator. I do really like that they are bringing out another trap operator that's a bit different. And I think it's not going to be like Capcan or Frost where like it's just so lackluster and you just throw it down wherever you want. Like you actually have to be very creative. And you have to really think about what you want to do. You can't just throw them down wherever. Because also, if you throw 1 by itself and it's more than 20 meters away from any other gadget, there will be no connections. It'll just be on its own. It won't do anything. So you have to put them down next to each other for them to connect. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about, voice chat moderation, because I had a lot of people in my chat complaining about it instantly as soon as they said it. In my opinion, voice chat moderation, for the most part, is good. And right away, I'm going to mention, because people are going to say, but my freedom of speech, they're impeding on my freedom. Chat, if you actually understood how the law works and how freedom of speech works, you have freedom of speech to say anything you want. You can go out there, you can say anything, but you do not have freedom of consequences. Same thing goes with text chat. You can say whatever you want, but they can choose to punish you. Also, at the end of the day, you are playing on the servers of a private company. This company can do anything they want. It doesn't matter. As long as they have their own reason, if you say something in voice chat that they don't like, they can ban you and you can't do anything about it. Because that is how the freedom of speech works. You can say whatever you want, but you are not free of the consequences of what you say. So, if you don't like voice chat moderation and you're like, but I want to be able to say whatever I want, then just accept that you're either going to get banned, muted, or maybe stop talking in game. If you can't stop yourself from saying slurs or being racist and all that stuff while in a voice chat for a game, maybe reevaluate yourself, because you as a person are pretty fucked up if you can't stop yourself from doing that. So, in my opinion, good. Now, my concerns. Voice chat moderation is not going to be perfect. They're going to use AI to just listen to you and then determine whether you said something bad or not. That is not great because AI is sloppy. AI does not catch everything perfectly. And my biggest concern will be when people say Jaeger is on 4ping, and then the system's going to be like, bro, they just said the N-word. It's like, bro, I'm calling out an operator name. That is where I'm concerned, because YouTube auto captions does that all the time. You say Jaeger, and then thinks you're being racist. Also, people are asking about how much will be moderated. I don't know. I don't know the details. I don't think they're going to moderate you just for swearing, but I think it's more if it's targeted, if you say something. And I also believe, from what they showed, it looks like if someone reports you then the system will check what you said and then approve it or not. They're not going to like constantly be monitoring you all the time 24/7 as far as I'm aware, but I don't know for sure. But in my opinion, good. I think that'll be good because honestly, voice chat is terrible nowadays. You go into any lobby and people are just like racist 24/7 and they're like, I don't care. I'm a racist. It's like, cool. I don't want to play with you. I don't want to be on your team. So if it cuts that down, then I'm happy. They also mentioned right after that you can apparently review things you get flagged for. So if you get reported and muted for voice chat moderation or text chat moderation, it will give you a chance at the main menu to be like, hey, I didn't actually say that. And then it will review it and like put it through a system process. I don't know. So it's going to have some tweaks and people are going to be able to help, but we don't know how perfect it'll be or how good it'll be. I guess I'll quickly talk about it because it's here. Esports tab, they're updating the esports tab. I still don't really care. Until they put predictions in the esports tab, I don't really care about this, but there, we talked about it. Oh, big things. So Blackbeard getting nerfed and shields getting nerfed. So as it stands, when a shield operator throws a nade, they can have their shield in front of them and throw the nade over. Now, the shield will go down a little bit when they throw it, so they're going to be a little bit more exposed. Not a lot. You saw it in the video. It's not a crazy amount, but it's something. But on top of that, Blackbeard is receiving 5 different nerfs. So the first nerf is you can no longer rappel straight into a barricaded window. You have to punch it first and then break through it like everyone else. So, you know how I would always go up into like a site window and just hop reach it right away? You can't do that anymore. No longer possible with Blackbeard. The second major thing, when he reloads, his shield gets like not broken, but you know, like retracted. So when he's reloading, he no longer has a shield. So you can shoot him while he reloads. Currently, on the main build, if you reload, your shield goes up, but then you can still turn so that it's like protecting you and then you reload. But now, even if you turn, you have no protection. So you're going to basically just die if you reload in front of someone. And then what are the other ones? He has 1 less charge on his shield, went from 4 to 3. Doesn't really matter. Oh, he's losing 5 bullets in his primary weapon, the automatic rifle. Not the end of the world, but that does suck for him. Like, it's going to be less. And then you can no longer aim down sight while rappelling in through a window. So one of the things I'd always do, especially on cafe, you go to cocktail window, you just hop reach a window while aim down sight, and as soon as you go in, you aim down sight, or like you're already aimed down sight, you just kill anyone you see. You can no longer do that. You can still aim down sight before you jump in, you can still aim down sight after you land, but you cannot aim down sight while you're rappelling in. You have to land and then aim down sight. So you can just be, you can't be as aggressive as you once were. Ooh, okay, next, scopes. So, on defense, the only operators with magnified scopes will now be any operator with a DMR or a slug shotgun. Tubarão, Aruni are the only 2 with DMRs that I can remember. And then Alibi, Maestro, and now Sentry, as well as Vigil will have ACOGs because of their slug shotguns. The ACS-12, oh yeah, Kaid as well, Azami as well. So anyone with the ACS-12, with the Boss G, or a DMR will have ACOGs. No one else on defense has ACOGs. Doc, no more ACOGs. Rook, no more ACOGs. Echo, no more ACOGs. So defense, no longer going to be able to snipe you, which I think is good. I think everyone can agree ACOGs on defense were way too strong and people were using it way too much to spawn peek. Now it's finally over. But you can still use the DMRs at least, so that's cool. And then Echo, because he lost his ACOG, they're making him a 2-speed instead of a 1-speed, so small buff for him. I already mentioned it throughout the panel, but the Reaper pistol, Raura's automatic pistol, got buffed, but I didn't think it was that good. I thought it was kind of meh. I was like, I could still control it a little bit, but I was like, it's still getting away from me. It's not as good as the other machine pistols. Streamer mode. So you can no longer have custom usernames for streamer mode. You can no longer make yourself Alberto like I have been for the last week. Whenever you turn on streamer mode, you will get a randomly generated name every single game. And then once the game is over, everyone sees your real name. So I don't think that this is going to be necessarily bad for anyone, But it does suck for like people who want to have fun and be like, oh, I'm this person and match my username. You can no longer do that. Kind of fun or kind of good, because then the benefit is that people can no longer have racist names. There was a big thing, was it last summer already? Has it been a year? No, it must have been the last few months, where people were able to have the N-word as their username. So now that's no longer going to be a thing. So we no longer have racist names, but now we no longer have fun names, custom names. At the end of the day, it's probably for the better. It's probably not great to allow people to have this like option to be racist. So it sucks for us, but it's better for the game overall. Now, the big one, anti-cheat. I'll be honest, don't really have a whole lot to say there because they did not really tell us a whole lot. I don't know what of this stuff is actually coming out now and what is coming out in the future because they didn't really explain it a whole lot. But the big thing they're working on is false bans, making it more precise, and then they can update the game live whenever they want to make it harder for people to cheat and for cheat providers to go down more often. But the big thing that I actually didn't know about that they mentioned and I wrote down, Mousetrap is apparently now going to track recoil cheats better, or I don't know if they're going to punish people for recoil cheats. Whatever it is, that's good. So now console cheaters who have zero recoil are now going to be punished. I don't know whether that means moving them over to PC lobbies or if they get banned. I would hope a ban, but in the past, Ubisoft has not ever wanted to ban console players because they make them too much money. So I don't know what's going to happen there. How will it track it though? I would assume it's going to be based off of, like they'll just check what your recoil control is like. If you never deviate at all from perfect recoil, then clearly you're cheating. It also probably is going to track how it's inputted and how fast it's inputted and determine whether that's actually feasibly possible or not. I think that's coming this season, so that's good. Everyone's been complaining about anti-recoil cheats. Now apparently they have a fix, or it'll come out soon. I don't know. Dual front. I don't think anyone cares about dual front, but they're instead of Dokkaebi hostage rescue, it's now going to be capture a point. I don't think anyone plays dual front. I don't know anyone who actually plays dual front. And then modernized maps. I didn't check out Lair, but I did see Nighthaven Labs and Consulate. They both look nice, but I will say that they didn't seem as different as the other maps did. Like Cafe, Clubhouse, all those maps, I was like, these look very different. And then I went to Nighthaven Labs, I was like, it's just more contrasty. But I didn't get to check it too much. And then Lair, again, I didn't see. Consulate, I was like, it looks just a bit darker. So, yeah. I don't know. I think it's good overall. I did not spend the time looking at all of their, like, what's it called? The gas pipe locations. I did not check that. So I don't know how many places you'll be able to put Capcan traps to kill people. I'm going to check that all out tomorrow. But I think the maps overall are like, it's good, but it doesn't feel as crazy anymore. Oh, there was some things I didn't mention. So Fenrir and Legion lose their secondary shotguns. Fenrir loses his Bailiff. Legion loses his Super Shorty. Well, Mai gains a secondary shotgun, a Super Shorty. So defense is now down 2 secondary shotguns, or 1 secondary shotgun overall. So down 2, up 1, net -1. Depressing. It's a lot more nerfs, but they're nerfing overpowered stuff. So that'll bring everything else a bit higher, but it doesn't feel like there's much buffs, which I'm never a huge fan of. I didn't see, from like what we saw in the early capture and what I tested, I don't think there's many buffs this season, which is, I missed the panel. Can you summarize the new op? Yes. Pentagram, Devil. That's the new op.